All right, so welcome to Performance Seminar. It is February 18th at 4:30. All right, and we've got one performer, Vihan. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump on in. So go ahead and tell us what you're playing. Make sure your original sound is on. Introduce yourself, introduce your piece, along with the composer. So.
Who's the N favorite?
So her name is Nancy Faber, so that's the composer.
Um, yeah, I'm playing the classical sonatina by Nancy Faber. Okay.
All right. Okay. Um, all right. So first off, how do you feel about that?
I feel good. I feel
Good.
pretty.
Good. Really nice job. That is a beast of a piece. That was really long. And it's really challenging to play. So really nicely done, really nicely done. What is something you feel like you did really well with, and one thing you feel like you could improve?
So I did pretty well. I memorized the first two movements, so I didn't have to have so many papers on my stand. So that was a bit convenient. So I could play more smooth, which also I did, and I feel good about. I also I didn't since I didn't finish the dynamics completely for the first and second movement, so I'm not sure if I missed any of those dynamics there. But I feel like I did well on the dynamics in the third movement. Also, I do know there were pedal in the first and second movement, so and the third movement, which I didn't do, so I could maybe memorize the parts for their pedal too.
Okay. So pedaling and dynamics. Nice. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so let's just go through. Um, so the first thing that I noticed was how you're sitting at the keyboard. So we're a little too close. So go ahead. Are you able to scoot back from the keyboard a little bit?
Yeah,
Yeah. And then you scoot forward on your bench or your chair.
yeah,
Leave the chair there. You scoot forward a little bit. Just you. Just you. Leave the chair there. Yeah. Make sure you're sitting nice and straight and tall. It also seems like you're a smidge too low compared to where your keyboard is at. So I typically recommend sitting on like a pillow, or ideally you want to have some type of a seat, like an excess seat cushion type thing. Um, because I'm noticing that your wrist is really low as you're playing, which is really going to get in the way of playing those repeated little passages that you have throughout here. Um, so that's just something to kind of think about and to maybe talk to your teacher and look into. Um, Overall, so I thought the tempo for the first movement was really nice. I liked it. I think we could definitely work on the dynamics.
yeah,
So, especially like here, you started mezzo forte, but then we kind of like went down to like mezzo piano here, and then here was like an accent. And I don't know if is something going on with like your bass C. So
If
play.
it's really loud, I can't help it. Yeah, it just goes really loud.
Okay, got it. So, because I heard that a couple times and I was like, it's always on that note. So yeah, so that's just something to maybe look at. And then here, I think there was like a little bit of a gap, but then once you got into all this stuff, then it was really nice. Um, so do you know what this is called when we have the same little pattern over and over?
Um, uh, Sequence.
Nice, yeah. So right here we have a sequence, right? Did your teacher talk to you about that?
I think I learned it with my previous teacher, and then I think we might have talked about it a little. I don't remember.
Okay, nice. And what's really cool, do you know about the circle of fifths?
Uh, no. Oh, is it this? Is it like this?
So, kind of. So we have G. If I go down a fifth, I get C. If I go up a fifth from G, I get D. So that's just kind of an interesting little thing. It's not really super
Yeah.
important to the piece. Just kind of good to know. And then we have this. I mean, then we have kind of an echo effect, right? So just kind of keeping that in mind. Bum 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 bum. And then I would make sure to hold this as you play that. Otherwise, that sounded so those were, and again, I'm being a little bit nitpicky because it sounds like you've worked on this for quite a while. And you're doing a really great job with it.
I started the second movement a week or two, the third movement a week or two ago, and then I started the Actos Andina a while ago.
Yeah. So, but really nicely done. So, really nicely done with that first movement. Let's take a look at the second movement. The second movement, I would probably do a little bit slower. So it's 100, which, let me pull up my metronome. Um, bum, ba, bum, bum, ba, ba, dum, ba, da, dum, bum, 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 ba, da, 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 dum. So it's just a smidge fast, so you can kind of back off that a little bit. Um, so right now you're playing it. Bum 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 ba da 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 da. So bum bum bum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Try that. Try that tempo. Yeah, even more relaxed. This is the andante movement, which tends to be slower, more thoughtful. Not slow, but slower, right? So for this one, I would say make sure, especially in places like this, that we're really observing these rests. Okay. Um, so dynamics or tempo rests, and then here, so it happens. This happens twice here, and then I think in measure 30. Um, I think we're playing this B flat just one note too early. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so just try measure 13 to 14. Actually, try that whole line with the rests. Nice, yeah, that sounded good. I think those are the big things in that one. So again, I'm being really nitpicky, so just really good job. Just watch out for those rests here as well, kind of at the end. All right, let's move on to what is this? Movement 3. So same things. Um, dynamics, obviously, right? You said you haven't really worked on that one too much on those. So work on dynamics. The tempo in this one, we kind of were fluctuating a little bit, but you said you just started learning this one, right?
Was it
Yeah.
the part that where I went here? Did I go too fast there?
A little bit, but mostly what's happening there is one, your wrists are too low, so make sure they're up, and use rotation. So let's take a look at this one.
1 second. This
Sure.
laptop has a really weird charging and it's a bit low, so then it could turn off any moment. The charger's like right there. I'll just get it in like 2 seconds.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Just plug that in.
Be careful.
There we go. All right.
Nice, good. Okay, good. So this one, bum, ba-da-dum, bum. Try playing it with some rotation. So keep your wrist up and try playing it with some rotation. Just the beginning.
Oh, do I need?
Yeah. So even more rotation. Boom, ba da da dum. Boom, ba da dum. Boom. Try that. More rotation. Nice. How did that feel?
Not like it felt a bit weird, but if I get used to it, I think it'll feel better.
Okay. All right. Let's try measure 5. We're gonna also use rotation. Ba da dum, ba da dum. So I'm doing 2 movements. I'm doing this movement side to side, but I'm also rolling my wrist. And I'm putting them together. Yeah. And see your wrist is way down there. Try keeping it up a little bit higher. Nice. Nice. I always tell students make sure your elbow is pointed down and your wrist is kind of a little higher. So, ba-da-dum. Okay. Just try that one more time. Measure 5. Nice. Same thing with this one. When we're going ba da 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 da. Use some of that rotation. Really let your wrist kind of draw like almost like an oval type shape. Ba da da da. Ba da 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 da. Okay? Try that with the octaves going up. Yeah. And relax the elbow. Relax the elbow. Relax the elbow and the shoulder. Nice. Yeah. How's that feeling?
I should get used to it a bit more. I should.
Okay. Okay. Good. 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 Yeah. So just make sure your elbow's not pointed out. Okay. Um, as you're playing. There are times when we do that, but most of the time we want our elbow pointed down. Okay. Um. So yeah, those are the really the big things. Oh, there's one other thing. Um, what is this little guy? Do we know? Oh, what?
Yeah.
Fermata. Yeah, sorry. Zoom's being weird. And what is a fermata?
Hold it longer.
Hold it longer. And then above it, it says grand pause, which kind of has to do with the fermata, but it kind of feels like they're telling us something extra to do.
Oh, hold it down.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, hold it. Nice. Very nice. All right, good, 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 good. So those are the things that I would work on. But overall. So let me just say, I was really, really picky because I could tell that you've worked on it really, really hard. Um, yeah, you did an amazing job. That was really, really good. I was super, super impressed. I liked that you had different tempos for each of them. I know we talked about maybe slowing the middle one down a little bit more. The tempo, though, for the first and the third one were like spot on. Really nicely done, really nicely done. That is a challenge. It's a challenge to change tempos like that. So, really well done with that. Really well done with keeping that consistent tempo throughout. That is hard to do. So, really nice job. Really nice job. You did amazing. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in Kaizen at some point, okay?